Hello everybody. Time to play some Azur Lane. It's been a little while since I've uploaded this game, and, well, clearly I've been playing it quite a bit, level 89. So, at this point I've pretty much completed Divergent Chessboard. I've gone through all the maps, gotten all of the buildable ships. And really, at this point, all I need is to get Deutschland from a drop. So, that's what I'm here to do. And I will be doing so running full 3-3 fleets. Because, well, look at my oil and look at this. Canteen's nearly full. So clearly I got some oil to burn. And I haven't even cracked any of the daily missions yet. So I'm only going to end up getting more. So, here we go. I've already made it safe, so I've done enough runs of this. Here's what I'm running. Got Hood, Formy, Arizona, and then Le Triomphant, I think that's how you pronounce her, at the Vanguard in the leading Vanguard slot, because she has a skill that has to do with that. Then 120 Starter Destroyer, Laffy, retrofitted Prinz. Then Pennsylvania, because I like Pennsylvania. With NT, Vestal. Honestly, I'm not even sure why I really need to use Vestal at this point, just because, well, I don't need the extra ammo node. But, yeah, if you look at the Vanguard, I'm using Shropshire, basically just because that one guy on Reddit is absolutely obsessed with her, and I was just like, why not? Then Ainami retrofit with a bunch of ultra rare gear, so she is like really scary. Then a Belfast. Then submarine wise, my newly acquired U-47 running solo, because again she has a skill which she needs to be solo in order to use. Now I have good gear on U-47, just the only problem is that she's about 20 or 30 levels below what the enemies that she's going to be facing here, so she's not going to be that effective. But, you know, might as well do some grinding. And you know the funny thing, my normal subfleet that has 3 submarines in it, it has I think Shirkuf. I'm not sure how you pronounce her name, but yeah, she's the flagship, and her operating area is pretty much the exact same, except for this block here and this block here. Which, ironically enough, that block there is exactly where the boss spawns. So, that sucks. But U-47 gets the job done, I guess. Don't need to auto combat this. At least not for the sake of the video. Alright. Notice how even if the all of the ships in the fleet aren't really that fast on their own, having one just obscenely fast ship kind of really buffs the speed quite a bit. At some point I want to try and get just an all-French Vanguard using either the Triomphant or, you know, Emile Bertin, and then just one of the other destroyers, and then stick the beaver tag on them and just see what happens. That's on my screen. Now, the one slight issue that I'm going to run into making this video is that I have gotten a new phone in the time since I made the last one. So, new phone's really nice, but I now have to deal with that, like, massive, you know, full phone-sized screen that some of these newer iPhones have, as well as the home bar down at the bottom of the screen. which you've undoubtedly noticed by now. Now, there is a way to actually remove the home bar. It's by using the guided access function. But what that ends up doing, well, it locks you in the app, first off, which for the purposes of this is not a problem. But it messes up the capture. Like, the screen itself, like as I'm playing it, still looks perfectly clear. But the playback ends up getting all fuzzy. I'm not sure exactly what's happening, but it, point is I can't use it if I ever actually want to have a quality video. So I just have to live with the home bar, I guess. So U-47 has a nice little torpedo barrage there. Alright. Have Hood do her thing. And, yeah. Because really, since I'm running ships anywhere from the 90s to the 110s, I really don't need to be running full 3-3 fleets here. So, yeah. Let's get some of these ones out here, because... yeah, U-47 only has one charge left. Okay, yeah, now I'm remembering why I have Vestal. It's because Shropshire is a glass cannon. Though it's not like I need the extra backliner. For firepower, that is. And Belfast hides in the smokescreen and just obliterates everything, just like in the other boat game that I play all the time. Speaking of the other boat game that I play all the time, yeah, those Italian cruisers, I'm not sure what I think about them. Now, I've obviously been waiting for the Italians for a long time, but the SAP just really seems, it just seems so anemic. Though, I've only tried the Montecuccoli and the Trento, the Tier 5 and Tier 6. I don't even really count the Genoa because, well, that thing's trash. But the SAP doesn't seem that great. I actually was able to get lucky and pull the Amalfi, the Tier 8. And I only just did the XP mission to get that thing. So maybe it gets better as the tiers go up. So, I don't know. Jury's still out, I think, on those, and the good thing is because they're tech tree cruisers, Wargaming can buff them, and really they can adjust them however they see fit. Though I highly doubt they're going to be doing so with the Genoa, just because, well, it's a premium that it's a premium that can be obtained for free. It's still available in the shop, obviously, if you're deranged, but. Yes, that sort of thing is not something that's on their radar to make any better. Because after this event, who's really going to bother playing it? I sure as hell am not. I did that 10k XP mission. I played one random battle, put every single XP flag that I possibly could on the thing, knocked it out, and I'm never touching it again. Alright. See what I mean? That's where the boss node spawns, and I would actually have to move my submarine fleet if I was using the normal one. Feels bad, man. But since I don't actually have to use any extra oil, I instead have to now use U-47, who isn't really too effective yet, but she should be soon. So it's actually a pretty decent barrage. Hello. I saw you in the anime. Alright. Yeah. Speaking of the damn anime, though, that most recent episode, basically a whole 10-minute segment of that was just that the bathhouse loading screen. I was sitting there just like, what the fuck am I watching? I mean, hey, you got plot and you got plot. All right. This is what's like having just highly over-leveled ships. I love the overkill. And by the way, exchange-wise, I'm pretty much at this point, I've bought what I wanted. Basically just being turbits. I would have gotten Gneisenau now, but I actually got her from a drop. But yes, that and the the quintuple acoustic torpedoes, which is what Ayanami now has. But at this point, after I get what I want, I will always just sit back and grind points, because this exchange is available for a week after the event ends, so I really don't need to rush to buy anything. So, no Deutschland, that run through. Let's go again! Because I don't believe you can actually even build her. I think she's only a drop, at least in the rerun. I don't know if you could have built her back when this event first ran, like last year. I wasn't playing this game back then because I still had enough self-respect not to play gacha games. Though, considering how much money I poured into World of Warships over the years, you'd probably call that a gacha game, let's be honest, particularly with all the containers and shit coming out. Yep, that's done. Ayanami is now at this point basically just monopolizing the MVP with pretty much whatever fleet I put her in, because I think her rating at this point, like that like numerical thing, is like, I think at this point 4,700 something. She's not even level 100 yet. That's more than like my level 120s as it stands right now, or actually just about the same. So when I actually get her to level 120, she's going to be just stupidly scary. Didn't even need to use one of the battleship salvos or the carrier. Man. So yeah, this is just a perfect example of the least economically efficient farming imaginable. I just thought something else. The new phone, I mentioned the issue with the home bar. The fact that it utilizes the whole screen rather than just the normal HD aspect ratio display is... It'll be interesting to see what that ends up doing to the resolution of the recording. Because first off, I know that it doesn't actually record in the landscape mode. This is actually recording in portrait, and I'm going to have to rotate it when I go to edit it. But as you can see in the actual gameplay, I have two sidebars that are just like essentially like the gray bars that you would get if you try to watch something standard def on an HD display. So I don't know if I'm actually going to crop those out or not. Actually, I probably won't, because the menu actually utilizes that screen space. So I don't know if Yostar is going to address that or expand the screen during actual gameplay or not, or give me an option to only use the normal HD aspect ratio. but for now I'll have to live with it. Though an interesting side effect when I actually switched was that the battleship crosshair would pretty much always be right at the right-hand side of the screen where it meets the, like the boundary. So it seemed like I had to pull back further than I was used to actually get a battleship salvo off. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's the game actually being different, but I've gotten used to it now. I'll repair you again. Yes, have a glass cannon in the first slot of your Vanguard. That's a good idea. Submarine again. And Belfast hiding in the smoke again. Yeah, I realized that I wasn't really, I haven't really played a lot of Belfast as of late, and I decided just randomly to pop into to that ship and play a game. And of course, talking about World of Warships now. But this game ended up being much closer than I would have liked it to, just because an enemy destroyer got around us and into our cap. So I'm of course okay. I'm a radar cruiser. I'm gonna go hunt it. But right as I round the island, the one other like surviving enemy that was on that flank, which is a freaking Congo that was on full health, just popped around. And I was like, "Hello," and I'm like, "Ah, shit." But because there was pretty much nobody else in the general area, I basically had to charge the Congo, not even trying to kill it, just to get past it in order to get close enough to detect this destroyer, and I was only able to get one salvo off at that DD before I died. But that salvo reset that guy's cap progress. He's probably about halfway through at that point. And really that was that. Because by the time we got any sort of progress, more friendlies had arrived, like the carrier had come and another cruiser was there. So they're able to dispatch the Congo and get into the cap, while the rest of my team took the enemy base. So, rare display of teamwork, which is always really nice to see. See, I can't even see the crosshair. It's right at the boundary of the screen. Just take the torpedo on the chin because I can afford to. Pew. Yay. Norfolk. All right. So 0 for 2 on getting the little pocket battleship. And only now do I finally have to do that. 132 oil. And now let's not have to do that again for a little while. Though we do have a couple builds going. Let's see what this is. Another Z-35, alright. I should have enough spare dock space in order to make another run here without having to go and start retiring / enhancing shit. Hi, Nimi. Torpedo overkill. So yeah, this is what grinding in a gacha game is like. Pew. Hurry da. Ainami with the MVP again. Though as is, of course, what the game does, there are no ships in in my submarine's operational range, because of course there aren't. But on another random tangent, I have been thinking about doing playthroughs of other games. Just like full campaign playthroughs. I was thinking I could probably do some of the old Call of Duty games, because I used to play the shit out of Call of Duty. Then Black Ops 2 ended up being the last good one, and I stopped playing Call of Duty. And started playing World of Warships instead. So, I was thinking about going back and doing some playthroughs of that. I'm probably going to end up trying out the new Modern Warfare. See, there you go. Now finally run out of slots. Okay. You're enhanced. Okay, need to throw some stuff at you. Pew pew pew. Pew pew. Okay. And where's Graf's up one? There you are. Okay. I'm pretty much running out of aircraft carriers to enhance, so I'm now enhancing ones that aren't really in my rotation yet. Just kind of doing preliminary upgrading. Alright. Maybe maybe a small stat boost will make Graf Zeppelin hate the world a little less. And I can see why she hates the world after what happened in World of Warships. I mean, that carrier was underpowered, then overpowered, then underpowered again. And then after the rework, it was good, and then now it's not anymore, and they removed it from the shop because it's not good anymore. Basically, the exact die. All right. I got caught on that ship. Basically, the exact opposite reason why they removed Enterprise from the shop. Okay. I mean, you couldn't make that dive bombing like a run-in like less awkward. I don't know. But yes, back to what I was saying earlier about playing through other games. I was thinking about going through and doing run-throughs of some of the old Call of Duty games, be it the original Modern Warfare, and then World at War as well. Though, because I like torturing myself, I'm probably going to end up doing World at War on veteran difficulty. So it'll be a grenade of grenade, grenade at grenade, grenade difficulty. If anybody remembers playing through that, it was absolutely torturous. But aside from that, I'm still waiting for Master Chief Collection to get updated with Halo Reach. Then once that happens, I will probably play through that on Legendary co-op, that is, with a buddy of mine on Xbox. He doesn't actually have a capture card, so it would just be my footage with both of our audio over it, but I suppose that'd be pretty entertaining still. Pew, pew, pew. But of course, we still don't know when that damn thing is going to be added to Master Chief Collection. So, jury's still out on when that will end up coming out. But I could probably do a World at War playthrough very, very soon. That, and I'm also starting to collect footage for more World of Warships videos. Had a particularly interesting game with the Shimakaze not too long ago, where I ended up doing exactly what Aditi wants to do pretty much every game, which is get behind the enemy and then just torpedo everything while constantly spotting. I had just about as much spotting damage as I had actual damage. And my actual damage was 6 figures. So it's pretty insane. I mean, you know when your first torpedo salvo is blapping a Kurfürst for half his health. You know when that happens, it's going to be a good day. I don't have repairs for this fleet. Yes, just sail in circles right in front of all the enemies, because this fleet's insanely over-leveled and I don't even need to bother with dodging anything. Just dodge, comrade. Though, on a side note, if the carrier is bad enough, you can actually dodge rocket attacks with the destroyer just by constantly turning and and basically heading toward the rocket planes whenever, just whatever bearing they're on. Though, honestly, that really only works at tier 4 when the planes are slow and kind of inaccurate. So, I guess that's advice for using like a Clemson or a Kamikaze, but not so much a Shima. Okay, 0 for 3. Yeah, this video is already almost half an hour, so I will call it there. But, just for the sake of it, let's see what these two other builds are. Bogue. Bogue. That'd make that other guy on Reddit rather happy, I think. Okay. 224 of 230. Collect more shit. Alright, so that's what Azur Lane is like right now for me. Just constantly grinding that map, hoping to get a pocket battleship so I could just buy her skin and be done with this event. Because she's the only one I'm missing. But, yeah. Thank you very much for watching this, and I will be back soon, either with more World of Warships, more of this. You know what, to think about it, I actually am kind of thirsty. I'm going to go get a soda. Okay, thank you all for watching. Take care, bye.